Hello, members of the Dungeon Mistress Chronicles community. We're now adding bonus content to the end of each episode for our Patreon members. If you'd like to join in, head over to Patreon to sign up as a Tavern Regular. Then listen for the tone at the end of the episode to know when the bonus content begins.
These are the tales of the Dungeon Mistress Chronicles.
Down here in the Court of Air, you were all about to trudge 5 days up the Sword Coast, walking out of Candlekeep. No horses, no carriages, no teleportation circles. And those are the things that you're pondering in the Court of Air. While some other things are going on, we are going to go to Lan here. Pyra has asked you to come and talk to her because she has some big news. You had gotten the note last night. She'd already went to bed. She told you to come and see her first thing in the morning. And she also lives in Exaltation. She's also an avowed there. And she's a few doors down from yours. So you're up bright and early in the morning, and it's time to go see Pyra.
I wonder what she's got for me today. So yeah, he'll make his way in his casual clothes. Not in his avowed robes or his armor, just normal robes.
Her door's cracked open a little bit. She gets up extremely early in the morning and probably is pacing and waiting to head out at this point. And you can actually hear her inside just kind of humming along. She is about 7 foot tall. She is a Goliath. And she is tapping her foot, sitting at her desk waiting.
Petra, am I alright to enter?
Lan, come in. Come in. Do you realize it's almost 7 o'clock?
I slept in. I was up all night reading.
I've noticed that you slept in. All right, I have big news, but I wasn't going to stay up to tell you. It's big, but it's not that big.
What is it?
I put your name in with Ygritte at the Arcane cleanup crew, the head, and he wants you to report to him this morning.
Oh.
Probably a while ago, at this rate.
Oh, shite. Okay. What should I take? Should I take everything?
Everything. Just take everything. It sounded urgent.
Okay. I'll go. And he just rushes back to his room. Quickly strips off, puts on armor, tries to remember where everything is, pack it all up, load it all up, and head to Igrid's chambers.
Down and out of Exaltation, kind of through the streets a little bit, over into another part, and then there's a big entryway into Candlekeep, like the big library itself, and his office is inside. You walk by the front desk and straight to his office. The door's closed.
Okay. Knocks on the door twice.
Come in, sit down. He looks up as you open the door, and just a bit of recognition. Passive insight tells you that he wasn't entirely sure who'd be coming, so he is expecting more than one person. He'll nod. Lan, come and sit down.
Yeah, sure. He puts his gear next to the door, and then comes and sits down, stiff as a board.
Very no nonsense. He doesn't use more words than he needs to. You've talked to him very little throughout your experience there, and it's not much different today. His office is very sparse. There's a couple of what look like maybe trophies on the walls. There's one desk, there's a seat, there's you. You're a cleric?
Yes. Follow her Mistra, and she's seen fit to grant me her powers.
Petra said you are interested in joining the ACC. She put in a recommendation for you. Is that the case?
Yes. I want to be able to help more people. I've been studying my affliction, and I want to be able to make use of it and help others.
You have been an avowed for 5 years?
Aye.
Normally there's a bit more of an interview process, but we need a cleric, and we need a cleric today. Are you able to go today? There's a group going to Baldur's Gate.
I've got everything I need.
He reaches out a hand. Welcome to the Arcane Cleanup Crew, Squad 2.
tries not to smile as he grabs his hand, both hands.
Pretty sure I heard footsteps outside. On your way out, could you let Yorin in?
Yorin? Oh, yeah, sure. Gets up, picks up his bag, opens the door.
Sure enough, standing on the other side of the door is Yorin. You know him a little bit. He's Furbolg and has that same affliction that you do. And he's... What do you look like standing on the other side there, Yorin?
Yorin is quite tall. Green eyes, red hair. He ducks his head in and steps inside. Lan?
Yorin, good to see you again. He steps out the way to let Yorin in properly.
Go ahead and tell us what Lan looks like.
Lan's a fairly broad, 7-foot-tall orc. He's got quite pale skin, which fades to like a light green. At the moment, he's wearing a very heavily made chainmail with a pretty fancy cloak attached to the back. He looks quite young. It doesn't look like he can actually grow a beard.
He moves to the side a little bit so you can see past and come in. Yorin, sit. Lan, wait outside, please.
Yorin's been around for a while, like an old tree that's kind of always been there. He takes a seat in front of Ygritte.
As the door closes, his expression softens a little bit. Yorin, you put in an application to join the Arcane cleanup crew?
I'm ready for my next step. I have put 2 decades into my job at ropes, rods, and potions, and I have learned what I can there.
I would ask if you have thought this through, but it would be a moot question.
I have thought about it some.
You see concern flicker across his face just briefly before he sits up a bit straighter in his chair, nods. You have been here since the beginning of our organization in some capacity. And if you think that you are ready for this challenge, go with Lan. Welcome to the Arcane cleanup crew. You are both going down to meet a crew that is heading out to Baldur's Gate, and that will be your first assignment.
I have already told Beric and Tessa. I will find those that are waiting for me.
He raises a very high arched eyebrow. You already told them.
My place in this world won't always be in Candlekeep, even if it is for them.
Very well. I have one message for you to pass on to the group. Let them know that Milo is needed here. He's not going to Baldur's Gate.
I will tell them.
Very well. He gives you another gesture, similar to the one of coming in, except get out.
Yorin kind of hesitates. He turns back and he says, "Is there something greater for Milo here?"
There is something that needs his attention, and it is related to something he will be interested in. If he leaves, he will miss it.
I had hoped to work with him, but no matter. We will be back. And Yorin turns and heads out.
The door closes behind you. Lan is out in the hallway.
He's leaning up against the wall, trying not to listen in.
Lan, seems that we need to find those of this new order. It's not new, but I did some of the work of the Arcane cleanup crew before there was an Arcane cleanup crew.
Oh, really? That's fascinating.
That affliction we've talked about some. It's not always an affliction.
Sorry, I know, I understand that. It's how my clan considered it. Considering what it does to you when you're young, you're so weak, and with nomads. A weak clan member is a burden.
It served me well when I sorted out misplaced wands and improperly enchanted bracers. Whenever I'd get a zap or a burn, it didn't hurt quite as bad.
That's always handy to have. There's not so much in the way of magical mishaps in the north. Have you got everything you need?
Everything on my back. I'm ready to go.
Same. Axe, stick, shield. Yep, I'm good. After you.
You will pass through some of the streets. You will pass by people that you know. And you will pass through the Emerald Gates and out into the steps of the Court of Air. It's not a busy place out in the center. It's quite open. Yorin, you will see Milo, who you knew was going to be in the group. You don't necessarily know anybody else, but you will see him as you kind of walk by over here and can extrapolate that is your party.
So, who are we looking for, Yorin?
We're looking for Milo. Got a message for him and a few others.
So, did you go drop off your fabulous presents to your evening event?
Oh, yes. Yen. I dropped off the gift and she was quite receptive. All is well.
Well, good. If you gave her anything like you gave me, I'm sure she appreciated it.
Oh, it was coffee and cigarettes.
It was what?
That was the special request made upon me. I asked what she liked and she said coffee and cigarettes.
She's gonna, close her fan. Uh-huh.
This is a very good gift. You don't understand, Pyra.
I do not. I do not understand one bit. Cigarettes and coffee. Why don't you... Oh, I suppose there aren't any servants here.
Milo's going to step back a little bit. It really depends on who you're giving the gift to. It matters what it is and who you're giving it to. Oh, hello, Yorin.
Hello, Milo. Elric wants to speak with you.
Oh, and I just talked to... Oh, he looks over at Yvie and Pyra. Maybe he's reconsidered about the carriage. I'll run over there now.
Oh, I do hope so. Walking for how many days? 5 was just unreasonable.
Milo, he said a greater duty, I believe, or something of the like. You won't need to go out on this mission.
Oh. Well, that's something else entirely, isn't it? Well, friends, it seems I won't be going with you. Yvie, Luther, Pyra, stay sharp.
Are you being fired?
I don't know. Perhaps there's something with my studies that needs me. I don't know.
This is rather sudden. We just saw him earlier today. He mentioned nothing of the sort.
I'm sure that I will be here when you get back, and I will have a much better idea of what's going on to tell you then.
I hope it isn't serious. That is all. I'm a little worried.
It's going to be fine. Good luck with finding Reggie, Yvie.
Thank you.
Milo,
Luther.
must admit I am a bit disheartened to see us separate so quickly after we had been reunited after so much time. But I understand when another path needs to be followed. That being said, do you want me to bring you anything from Baldur's Gate? I know you have an attachment to the city.
He gives you a little, punch towards the chest and goes, on the first note, at least, all of the chairs here in Candlekeep are safe. If you could perhaps bring me back a book, since that is the adventure that you're going on, but maybe consult with Yvie before you decide on one.
Maybe we will find a book on constellations, and there will be one on a unicorn. Who knows? We don't have to go over the unicorn thing
No,
in front of these two
Indeed,
people.
we do not. They probably don't even know. No. Good luck, everyone. Gives you a very deeply crossed eyebrow look as he turns and walks away. As Yorin approaches, tell us what you look like, Luther.
Luther is sits at about 6'4". He is very, very muscular. He looks just absolutely built. As you get a little closer, he just seems to run really, really hot. Almost like feverish, to the point where you get a little close and you can feel it. It's like being next to a heater. He has curly, short hair. The sides are sort of shaved down into a bit of a fade, and then he has this sort of medium length, shortish black beard that it seems very well taken care of. Wrapped around his where a belt would be is a chain that kind of connects to a book that is also wrapped in a chain that sort of dangles off of the back. The thing that might stand out the most is Luther has these piercing, gold orange sunset eyes that just seem to pierce into you, but also radiate a sense of warmth.
Wonderful. Thank you. Yvie, tell us what you look like.
Yvie is a tiny elf girl. She's waifish. Looks like a strong breeze could carry her away. She has short cropped red hair and peaches and cream kind of complexion with some freckles on her nose, big blue eyes, and noticeably she's covered in tattoos. On her right shoulder, she's got a beehive. On her left arm, she has a rose garden tattooed. And she's wearing this all black outfit of a tank top, crop top, and these tiny shorts. So you can see on her thigh, she's got the bust of a snarling owlbear right there as well. And she's wearing kind of a punky outfit with a spiked necklace and or choker rather than necklace, and some fishnet tights and some big ass combat boots, and she looks like she's in need of a cigarette at this point.
Wonderful. Pyra.
So Pyra Firesnoot is a red dragonborn. She is standing there at about 5'7". She has a beautiful pink dress on. I think today we're going to go a bit more flapper with frills hanging off. The only thing she cares about really is that it's not going to drag on the floor. She is wearing 2 gauntlets that look mostly decorative, but serve some purpose for her at least. She carries a fan that is a beautiful white color with pink flowers on it that she is frequently fanning herself with or using to punctuate what she's saying. She has a giant great axe at her back, a giant great club on the other side, and a shield on the front of it that is small and round, more an arm shield that has these crushed gems in the form of a beautiful pink flower. It's not a rose, it's a different kind because roses are trite and she's trying to start a new trend. It may look decorative, but it's an actual shield. She has a beautiful silver necklace with large pink gems on it. It's very clear she comes from money and affluence. She carries herself up a little taller.
Yorin, you recognize Milo. You walked up to the group. You got Lan behind you. They are standing here. Probably some of what would be crossing both Yorin and Lan's minds as they have no idea what this job is. But here is the rest of your party, apparently.
Yorin takes the last few steps and he says, I am sorry to bring bad news and to see Milo go, but I look forward to meeting you all. I am Yorin Lowhill. You might know me from Robes, Rods, and Potions.
Lan takes a few steps forward and nods his head. It looks like he's about to speak, but he stops himself.
Luther's gonna walk up to both of them, and he's just gonna step up in there and be like, so you have a sturdy build to you. You said your name was Lan.
Yes, Fallon of Clankar. Pleasure.
You hail from a clan. Are you a warrior then?
No, I'm a cleric minister. I'm from a nomadic tribe up north.
I see. Right, you carry armor and weaponry.
Aye.
But Milo has left. Is the only one that was constantly dying. What do we need a cleric for?
Well, listen, we are happy to accept some additional help. I'm not sure how much they have told you, but we are heading off to Baldur's Gate. Looks up and down, Lan here. Looks to Yorn. We are happy to welcome your skills.
I will do what I can. I am trained as a sorcerer and a salesperson, though I don't see how that will help me in this job.
Well, we are going to Baldur's Gate to question a merchant shopkeep. Maybe you will be instrumental in something like that.
Well, Yvonne, I'm not sure about you, but I suddenly feel much better.
I guess. Are we set to go, or are we waiting on Milo? Was he being sent for a carriage? I didn't.
Is he? That's not what I got from that conversation. What I understood was that he is staying behind, and these are his replacements?
2 for 1.
I suppose. Though that's more like 3 for 1. She's kind of like looking at how tall both of them are in comparison, like, dang.
Luther, you are facing towards Yorin, so you would have seen Milo go over and have a brief conversation with Elric. He kind of gives you a little head shake, and he starts walking back in towards the gates.
He'll nod his head like almost into a silent understanding. He is not returning, at least not now. We should be ready to head off at a moment's notice. Yvonne, are you in the market for something to take the edge off? I happen to know a really good place before we leave.
Take the edge off of what?
Cigarettes, that is what I was suggesting.
Oh,
Oui. Sure. You have ones that I may borrow, or?
I know a place. It is not far. I can make a quick stop before we leave. Who knows how long we will be on the road.
That is very thoughtful of you, Luther.
wait, didn't they tell us how long we're going to be on the road? They said 5 days there.
A traveled road. It is rarely ever the exact amount of days it is said to be traveled. There is always something in the way. Bandits, wolves, something to stop you on your... Of course, this is the way of travel.
This is not the way of travel I have ever experienced.
First time for everything, I suppose.
She is just gobsmacked at this point. What? How does it take longer than it's supposed to take?
There's always a complication.
Sometimes it's nice to stop and take in the scenery. There's some lovely sights that I saw when I first came down.
Oh, well, that's not so bad.
Perhaps a nice sunset over the ocean.
Oh, perhaps that, yes, I think I would appreciate that, yes.
That sounds much better than what Luther just said.
Oh, okay, well, we'll hope for the former. No, latter. I hate that expression, it makes no sense.
Well, we are burning daylight, shall we?
Yes, let's be off. Now, which one of you is going to carry my pack? And she'll look at the two newcomers.
Lan holds out his hands.
Yep, immediately. There you are. And she turns and just starts off with her fan.
Does not seem to be bothered by the extra load. It looks like he's quite used to this, taking other people's burdens.
Sam, can Luther make a quick stop over to that? You get those fancy fucking Black and Milds.
Mm-hmm. That would also make me have to remember how much, huh? I thought it was a gold for the fancy ones.
Oh, I have it in my. Don't you worry, I have it.
Perfect. 2 gold for 10 premiums.
Yeah, he'll drop the 2 gold for the Black and Milds.
She's gonna look at you and go, "You already smoked the other pack? You should
no,
probably slow down, sir."
I'll have you know that if I wanted to, I probably could. My lungs are quite powerful, but no, it is just a small little gift. Nothing to read into.
All right. I take it as my mission. I know I sell them, but I really try to think of other people's health. And if I find it to be too much of a habit, I at least have to say something. We do have some meetings.
Right. Well, while I find your business stratagem quite unique, I would rather just please buy the cigarettes.
Okay. We do price the meetings at half the price of the cigarettes.
I just would like the cigarettes, please. I have to get to Baldur's Gate. Really long road. I have the money. It is right here. We don't need to do this.
She slides the cigarettes across the counter.
Thank you. I also thank you for your concern. Lathander, guide your way. Goodbye.
Head back out, meet up with the rest of the crew. The gates, the Court of Air, it all stands before you to head out along the road that will lead away from Candlekeep and up to the Sword Coastway. You make your way out towards the gates where, as usual, people are trying to make their way in a whole lot more than they're trying to make their way out. You have the Avowed here at the gates, 4 of them, and they are checking books, looking at documents, turning several people away, and letting a few lucky ones into the gates. The one that you recognize as you head up, though you don't really know his name, is Michael. Safe travels out along the road.
Thank you, Miguel.
It is Michael.
Au revoir, Michel. We'll be back in a 10 day.
His shoulders just physically slump, and he shakes his head. And you are let through the gates here. Sound of the sea gets just a little bit louder as you step out without the walls to separate you from it. It's not a particularly warm day. It's a little foggy out, but it's not bad. You pass by the place where you had jumped into the bay, a few of you, and went swimming. You are going to walk along this for a bit. I'm going to say about an hour into it. I'd like to get a check-in on, how everybody's feet are doing, how everybody's holding up to not being in the library for the first time in a while here. You can go ahead and put your tokens on the map down here. Luther, you haven't actually set foot this part of the continent in a very long time, aside from Candlekeep. You had been mostly in Schult, and for the last little bit, you've been kind of pent up indoors. How does it feel to be back out on the road?
A little overwhelmed at first. It is not nearly hot enough here. It's not nearly humid enough. That kind of cool sea breeze is something that you really only are gifted if you're near the port. He is more so used to the stifling humidity of the old city. He's kind of keeping to himself. He hasn't been speaking as much. He's not as boisterous as he usually is. He's just walking, fiddling with his little amulet.
How about you, Pyra? You did a little bit of walking around Candlekeep in stone walls for the most part, and then a little bit in the mansion. But this is Pyra's really first time out on a road on her feet.
This is the worst day of her life, minus the day that her dad essentially kicked her out. She is bored. She is tired already. Her feet hurt. She is thirsty and hungry and all of these things. She is making sure that everyone knows it.
How are you doing, Yvie?
You know, Evie's also not used to walking this much, but she's not going to complain about it. Though, as they're walking, can she get, like, a bead on how Luther's feeling?
Roll me an insight.
4? Well, no, wait, I'm going to heroic this, because this is important.
All right.
Okay, yep.
Yvie has noticed that Luther is off a little bit, but hasn't been able to put a lot of thought towards it because of Pyra's constant complaining. It has taken up more brain space than being able to really worry too much about Luther right now.
Complaining about it will not change our predicament. You have to power through. Put your energy into your walking and not your complaining.
She doesn't have anything to say. She's just pouting.
Finally, a moment of peace.
All right, how's Yorin doing?
Yorin is having one of the best days he's had in a while. He's walking along, his head's up, he's smelling the air. This is such an adventure. It's good to be out of the shop.
Wonderful. How's Lan doing?
Lan switched to his old nomadic ways, using a walking cane to help him power on through. He has to keep slowing himself down as he starts to get ahead of everybody. Maybe if I stick to the back, at least I'll be able to keep up with it, keep the same pace, everybody. But he's having a whale of a time.
I'm gonna say roll me a dex save.
Oh, 17.
I was picturing that you're walking at the back of the group, but wanting to walk a lot faster. And usually when people do that in a grocery store or anything like that, you're trying really hard not to walk on feet. But with a 17, like you're managing to walk in the back and not also hurt them in an obvious way. Walking along, I'm gonna let you guys talk for a little bit on this trip of walking. You've got a little bit of getting to know each other to do.
Why are you so tall?
I guess I'm a little taller than the most, but not that much tall. Your friend at the front, he's quite the tall person.
Oh mon Dieu, Pyra, you cannot ask someone why they are tall.
Why not? Maybe there's something behind that. You can ask me why I'm red, and I will tell you why.
You know why you are red?
Yes, of course. You don't know why dragonborns are red or different colors?
Sam, does she know that?
Roll me history.
Okay. 19?
She definitely does.
Fine, you have made your point.
So, the answer is, you don't know, you just are?
That's the answer I can give. I am the size I am, and that is all I know. I'm lucky I got to this size.
Are many of your clan quite tall? That's typical.
No, quite a few are shorter, stockier. Being tall and as skinny as it's not so good up north.
What? Why?
Oh, you need a good layer of muscle and fat to survive, especially the winters.
Why? Are your houses not insulated enough, or...?
We carry our houses on our backs. Points to his pack where there's a tent strapped to it. I brought this one from home.
You don't have houses?
No.
Oh la la, she asked me if I lived in an oval.
Well, you didn't. I just heard horror stories. This is worse.
Oh, no.
This is far worse.
You haven't seen our tents. Usually they're massive, with multiple rooms inside. It's a lovely environment. And, the owlbear skins that we use to make the outside really work well to keep the elements out.
It sounds fantastic. I'd love to see that someday.
Pyra, what are you expecting to sleep in as we are traveling?
She looks like she's having heart palpitations. I'm gonna say her hand is like on Yvonne's shoulder, trying to steady herself. I can understand if we are on a journey, but you live in the cold, in tents.
Well, I did. I mean, it's been like a number of years since I came down south.
I'm so sorry. That sounds barbaric.
I guess, seeing how it is down south, I can see where you get that impression. I quite enjoyed it. I enjoy the metropolitan life in Candlekeep, and just as much as the great outdoors. There is something quite appealing to going ice fishing and then catching a couple of hares to go and make a lovely fish and hare stew.
Luther, I think I need you to carry me for a moment.
Nope, that ship is sailed. You told me no. Actually, you got really upset when I even suggested it. And then the accident happened. So, I think I'll just keep walking.
Are you faint, Miss Pyra? Do you need a hand?
She's gonna take his arm and say, I would appreciate that. And she's gonna look at him like he's a poor child and just pat him on the cheek like, it's all right now. We'll make sure you never go back to that again. Fishing in the ice. That sounds so desperate.
Pyra, think of it this way. We now have an expert among us that can help us with the camping aspect of this. So we will be sitting quite comfortably.
Oh, that's very true. Thank you, Yvonne, for putting that into perspective. You see, even the trials we face can be helpful at some time in the future.
Exactly. Sam, when Luther mentioned the accident, what was his face like? What was he looking like?
He's faced away from you, so you wouldn't know.
No. Okay.
I'll let you roll another insight, though,
Okay.
on his words.
Oh my god, please. Come on. 7.
Nope, you can't see his face, and he hasn't changed his demeanor any. You're still in the dark here. Yorin, you moved up next to Luther. Are you talking to him at all while you walk?
Not especially. I'm just kind of sharing space with him, looking around, looking for some squirrels to talk to or birds.
Roll me a perception. And I will also have Luther roll me a perception.
16?
Alright, can I interest you in a 3?
Whatever it is that is on Luther's mind is taking up a lot of his brain space right now, and he's not paying a lot of attention to the great outdoors here. With a 16, you said you were looking for, game?
Some small creatures to talk to. I've got speech of the beast and leaf.
Right, game, but not in the hunting kind.
Yeah, not necessarily.
Your eyes are peeled. You're looking up in the trees. You're looking off on the paths. You're looking kind of all around here. I'm going to tell you what you see in your private chat here, and you can decide how to respond.
Yorin's gonna walk a little closer to Luther. Up ahead, there's 2 people in the wood, some dogs, and 1 person further up. I don't know if they mean us harm.
Luther kind of shakes his head a little bit, a little lost in thought. Right, yes. Well, no need to make aggression, for it is not necessarily perceived, but we should be ready. He reaches behind his back and he pulls off the chain that's around his waist, and it's he kind of holds it at a high choke point, and whatever they encounter, he's going to just bludgeon things with it. And he just keeps walking, and Says to Yorin here, make sure that the others know. I typically take to the front to make sure that I can take most of the aggression. Are you good in the front? You said you were a sorcerer, no?
I am. I'm probably better hiding in the back. You swing a book?
Yes.
I will look forward to seeing that. Yorin mutters to himself, and he casts mage armor and kind of falls back between Yvie and Pyra to share what he saw with them. Up ahead, there's a few people and dogs in the woods. Could be trouble.
Okay.
Is that normal? Whenever you see people in the wild, do you assume trouble?
They are waiting by a path and trying to stay hidden. I do not get the best feeling from that, but it could be innocent.
Oh, I understand. And she'll go ahead and, seeming very nonchalant, pull out her great axe to hold in one hand, put her fan away. She'll start fanning herself with her great axe.
Yvie will also get her crossbow and get that ready.
Lan pulls out a beautifully painted round shield and taps his cane onto the ground, turning it into a longsword.
Okay, when you say beautifully, what do you mean?
A bright white background with a ice blue star in the center, surrounded by tiny little black dots in a semicircle shape.
Okay. Yorin has told you guys what's ahead. The squirrels ran up this bank here. The hare's kind of over by the tree.
Could we not go take the left path instead of the right one?
Which way is shorter?
About holds up both hands. They're about equivalent.
Could we not divert this way and then cut over?
Sure. I am willing to, if they are hiding, it is likely some sort of ambush.
Let's give a look down this path, make sure it is not trapped, and then maybe we can make a choice.
Are roads always this dangerous?
Can Luther give like a quick little scan around, like just directly down this path and see if anything is out of the ordinary?
Yeah, roll perception.
I got a 13.
There's at least one more person down this way.
He's gonna kind of look around, nod his head on back. Sounds like they have both sides covered.
Can Pyra scoff, roll her eyes, and just start walking down this path?
Sure can.
Miss Pyra, we may not be wise to head off alone.
Well, I will not be alone. I'm just making a decision. And she's walking forward and starts shouting, "Whoever you are, whatever you are doing, I am not putting up with it. You come out here and face us yourself, or I will have something to say to you when I catch you." And she's got her great axe out in front of her.
There is a and right in front of Pyra's feet, an arrow lands, kind of in the dirt.
If he can, he would like to, upon seeing the arrow land close by, he cast a Shield of Faith on Pyra.
Yep.
Yorin mutters a blade ward over himself as the arrow hits the ground.
You'll hear from up on the bluff. I would prefer that you not take another step. All we really want are anything that you brought with you from Candlekeep. We'll let you keep your clothes, maybe even your weapons if you put them away. But you will be paying tribute before you move along your way.
There is no fucking way we're doing that!
All right. Roll initiative.
Let's do this shit.
Off you go, little bunny. It's going to get bloody.
Do you say that in...
So it's speech of the beast and leaf, which it just says limited communication.
Yeah,
It
you
says
can do it anytime.
they can understand the meaning of your words somehow. I don't think that means I'm not speaking common.
Oh, I see. Okay. You'll get a little glance over his shoulder and then boop, 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 boop. After the arrows fired down from above here at Lady Pyra Firesnoot, and the demands are made, they are not accepted. We rolled initiative, and Fast Dog 2 is up first. Because he's fast. Now you see him. He's right here. And he disappears and reappears right here. Comes up, he's doesn't look like he's ran, he doesn't look like he's out of breath or anything like that. He's just kind of looking at the three here. And he's going to try to bite Yvie. 18.
Okay, we're gonna use shield.
In that case, he blinks over near you, lunges to attack, and just as his teeth are about to sink into your leg, he kind of bounces backwards just a little bit off of this aura that is around Yvie. Can't quite get any purchase. Just shakes his head and he's going to stay there. It is the other dog's turn. Fast Dog 1. He's going to run about 40 feet up to here, disappear, and then reappear in front of Pyra and try to bite her. 21. That'll be 6 points of piercing damage to Pyra.
Okay.
Did she rage before this battle?
As soon as that arrow hits, she's like, you blasphemous heathens.
Then you will just take 3 piercing damage. B1 is going to move about 25 feet over here to kind of get a better look at what's going on. And then they are just going to, for the moment, stand there. Yorin.
Okay, Yorin moves to get a clear shot right there. Yorin's going to use innate sorcery, one of his charges of that, and then he raises his light crossbow and he takes a shot at the blink dog in front of Lady Pyra. 18
That will hit.
for a 5 piercing,
Okay.
and then he'll step back behind his new friends. Okay, I just shot my dog and people winced. I'm okay with it though. Alright, and that's Yorin's turn.
Yvie, you're up. This is just a few seconds after you have screamed, "Oh fuck no," and almost gotten bitten.
Yvie reconsiders the grease spell, seeing how these dogs are so very fast and can like blink out of existence and appear in front of her. So she's gonna reach out her hand to the dog in front of her and she's gonna spank its little booty and cast Chill Touch instead. And she'll say, "Go dear master." 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Woo. For 9 necrotic damage.
Ooh, okay. Takes it.
She's feeling pretty pinned down. Did her shield already drop?
Yes, it lasts till the beginning of your next turn.
Okay, so she can't really move. So that'll be her turn.
Lady Pyra Firesnoot.
Is incensed that someone would dare shoot an arrow at her Schiaparelli. This is one of a kind. No, clearly these people need to pay. She raged beforehand and had her great axe in her hand. Because of who she has in front of her, I'm pretty sure she can try to hit and use cleave.
Yes.
I think cleave is if it's a hit.
If it's a hit, and if they're within 5 feet of your other target.
Then she is going to have at with her great axe on that one unfortunate dog in front of her. It was a 14. Let's go reckless. because she's that pissed.
Fair enough. One more.
15.
We'll take the 15. It will hit.
Okay. Yay! Oh, man. 5 to 6 and a 23.
23 will hit.
So 5.
Yeah. Okay.
I think the free action is just going to be screaming out this giant roar of frustration.
This is the first time that Pyra has ever been attacked. Not by like a monster in a house, but like out in the wild in the roads that she would normally traverse in a carriage, and now she has been attacked on foot.
Yes, that is true. And she's fucking pissed about it. Because who would dare attack a fire snoot? Nobody. Unless they had a death wish.
All right, Lan, you're up.
Okay. He's going to take a step back between his two friends, taking that opportunity attack if it comes.
It sure will. That's a nat 1, and that buddy goes prone.
He'll advance 25 to here. As he strikes down with his longsword on Fast Dog 1, a bolt of radiant fire shoots up from the ground on Fast Dog 2. Bonus action is Sacred Flame, and action is attack Fast Dog 1.
Okay, that's lovely visuals. All right, 8.
8 is insufficient. My DC is, I believe, 13. So, the Fast Dog 2 takes 4 radiant damage, and Fast Dog... Does 23 hit that Fast Dog 1?
Yes, definitely hits.
Okay. 4 radiant to 2, and 4 slashing to 1.
They're both bloodied.
And that is the end of my turn.
The one on the ground kind of like tries to wiggle out of the way just a little bit, but honestly, like when he went to do that retaliation on you, his feet were still moving so fast that they just kind of flopped over and didn't quite make it. He's over there just, and then as soon as the Sacred Flame hits him, he just starts to bleed from the side from the damage. Just the other one's sword takes him, big old slice down the shoulder here, and they're both sounding hurt and scared and mad. The woman on the hill who had first addressed you drops this bow on the ground that she had been holding for a warning shot. She walks over to the edge here, looks down. Oh, my mistake. I am so sorry. Do we have royalty here? Looking down at Pyra.
You are in the presence of Lady Pyra Firesnoot and her entourage. If you continue in the way that you have, I can guarantee your neck will be found by my great axe sooner rather than later.
Oh, I've always wanted to meet a noble. This is fantastic. And she lowers a pistol at you and fires. 17.
Yeah, it's 14. So it is.
This pistol fires off. Boom! And kind of punctuating her last words there. And she shoots you in the tail. And you take 3 piercing damage as this piece of metal lodges itself in your tail.
She screams in pain and anger, and when her head comes back down, staring at this woman with crazed anger, this has fed her rage and her fury. And it's like she's centered in on just this woman.
Oh, it looks like royalty can bleed too. And she takes a step back, like the rest of us. This one is not going to say anything at all, but she's going to move up and look at what's in front, and she's going to fire off a light crossbow here at Lan. 16.
Bounces off his armor.
B1 was holding an action, and she also shoots at Lan for a 10.
Misses.
And it is Luther's turn.
Okay, Luther is going to try to free up the back line here a little bit, kind of step right here, and he's going to fully unravel his book chain. It kind of wraps around his forearm and hand, and he is gonna pick that thing up and slap Fast Dog too. You are a very, very bad boy. Smack. Yeah, that's good. 24 to hit.
Still prone, so it's an advantage.
Oh, say less. Okay, a little better.
All right, that'll hit.
25. All right. Sorry, Blink Dog. That's 11 points of bludgeoning damage with this book.
Nice. Okay. I think it's the first time you've killed anything with your book, so tell me what that looks like.
He doesn't look happy about it. He doesn't want to hit the Blink Dog, but it's biting and nipping at his wizards, and he just can't have that. And he just steps up, winds this thing, just kind of like it starts to build up a little bit of speed, and he just brings this book down straight onto this thing's neck.
There's just a little bit of a... It is dead.
He's just gonna step right in front, just create that little bit of space for the wizard and the sorcerer, and look over to Blink Dog. 1.
Round 2. All right, this little doggo is going to bite at Lan. 23.
That manages to just about hit.
6 piercing.
Luther's gonna try to intercept most of the blow, the shield. All right, so reduce that by 6.
Nice. It would have been 6 piercing, so you reduced it all. He just gets a big mouthful of shield.
He's like trying to wrench it out of it. No, give me this. You cannot have bad. Cannot have this.
Okay, he's gonna disappear and reappear somewhere else. Okay, B1 is gonna see that they've got you all kind of in the same space here. I'm gonna shoot at Lan, light crossbow. 10.
Nope.
Other arrow. You've just got like 5 arrows just in the ground in front of you that are just bounced off. All right, Yorin, you're up.
All right, what am I looking at for cover for B1 and B2 and the woman on the hill?
Okay, Woman on the Hill and Fast Dog both have +5. B1 and B2 have +2.
Okay, if I were to get right here, would that change their cover at all? Like take a couple steps up on top of the hill there?
It would bring these to +2 instead of +5 up here on the hill. It wouldn't do anything for the ones that are in the trees, though.
Okay, Yorin is going to hustle over to here. Difficult terrain?
Nope.
And he'll turn and look at the woman on the hill.
She's still laughing.
Such disregard for the travelers of Candlekeep. Take this. And a bit of ice starts to form in his hands, and he sends it at her. Be a chromatic orb. 24
That will definitely hit.
for 13 ice. Does not bounce.
She'll take it all and kind of shiver as it hit. Just kind of... Well, you tell me what your icy chromatic orbs look like.
Mostly it's like a cold wind. There's a bit of frost and sleet in it, but it kind of hits as that. Not so much a snowball, but like a snow blower.
Little pinpricks of cold and just ice kind of touching in on her skin. Her hair gets just a little bit frosted and blown behind her, and with it comes these little flecks of blood.
And Yorin takes a step back down the hill, get close to Luther.
The squirrel takes off running.
I'm going to do that same trick that Lan did, and with my other hand I'll kind of turn it upwards and send a sacred flame at her. She'll get +2 to her dex save.
Okay. That makes it a whopping 5.
That's 3 radiant.
Okay. It's Yvie.
How high is that hill up there that the lady is standing on?
About 20 feet high, and the one back here is about 10 feet high.
Okay. Yvie is going to put a hand on Luther's arm, and she's going to say, "Go get that bitch." And she's going to cast Jump on him for a bonus action. And then, since she has the space too, she's going to back up to this little hill over here. And then she can try to hit the lady with her crossbow.
Yeah.
21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Woo. 5 piercing damage to her.
She's still not bloody, and is glaring at you across the mound.
And that's terrifying. So I want to back up as much as I can. Can I go off the map, Sam?
Yeah.
I think I'd be like right there. Something like that. Alright. And that's Yvie's turn.
Okay, now Lady Pyra Fire Snoot.
All right. How high up is that little hill thing?
The one up here,
Mm-hmm.
20 feet.
So, and if I were to climb it, that would be, or if I were to try and climb it, that would be double my movement.
Yes, difficult terrain, so it'd be double your movement to get up it.
Okay. So I technically wouldn't be able to make it this round. Oh, well, unless I dash.
Yeah, you could dash up.
Okay. And if I did that, I would lose my rage.
No, because you can still bonus action rage.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Okay. So then Pyra is completely single-minded, running forward and running up the mound. So that's 40. This is 40, so it'd be 45.
Yep.
Okay. 50, 55, 60.
Her eyes go wide, seeing this, like, fancy dressed dragonborn that she just shot, who looks absolutely livid, just clawing her way up this mountain in a rage, and passive insight would tell you she looked off-put.
Yeah, I don't think she would even say anything right now. She is just, her eyes are murderous. And, you know, if anything, her mouth has started to smoke. She can't do anything about it right now, but there is evidence that things are getting a little hot under the collar, if you will. And she'll use that bonus action to renew her rage.
She's gonna take like a beat and then go, "Oh, look." And she looks down at you. "You've ruined your dress."
She just the rage is yet instilled, is once more lit inside her bosom as she looks at her and says, "And soon I will be wearing you instead."
Okay, B3 is gonna like snap out of their asleep at the helm pose over here and run back here. And she's gonna try and fire off her light crossbow at Pyra, but Pyra will get +2 from this. That's a 16. That will not hit.
Absolutely not.
Okay, Lan, you just saw for the first time the fierce side of Pyra as she loses her mind and just goes claw tearing up this cliff towards the enemy at the top. Enraged, pissed, mad, very unhappy. You're up.
Okay, she's gonna be fun. I'll take the ones up north. You take the ones to the west, laddie. Bonus action, adrenaline rush. 45, and I am going to use a channel divinity to do harm on B1. He needs a Constitution saving throw.
4.
Ooh, that is insufficient. He is going to take 1d8. I'll use my Sacred Flare for this. Plus, I think it's 3. Yeah, so 9 radiant damage.
Okay, she's gonna like kind of go back on her heels a little bit and as she just begins to bleed. She is bloodied.
That is me.
Okay, the woman up on the hill is still like mid-dis on Pyra's dress, and she just, "I don't think I'll fit on you. It's not gonna be the right look. It won't look anything like this mess that you've got going on now. I'm just a little too rugged for you, I think." And she's gonna move here and shoot down at Luther with her pistol. 19.
19 hits, yeah.
Luther will take 7 piercing, and she kind of stands to a side to do it, so she still has her eyes on Pyra and also on Luther. And then she's going to smile over at Pyra and swing her scimitar around. "Let's see if we can shred it up a little more, shall we?" 17.
Nope.
Oh, she does not cut you, but she does cut a nice line of sequins out of your dress. B2 over here is going to slice with her scimitar back at Lan. 16?
Nope.
screams in frustration as blood pours. Luther, you're up.
Luther is gonna look down at the small little metal ball that's just like enlarged itself into like the little gap between his pauldron and his chest. He just looks back up. Ouch. And he's going to boom. He's gonna jump with the jump spell.
What the?
And he just launches off of the ground and slams down. You are going to want to pray that this book does not connect with your head. It will be the last thing you see. And he's gonna try to fucking take your damn head off. Well, that's only a 13 to hit.
She gives you a wink and goes, I guess my deity's listening, and kind of just moves out of the way. Gonna have to try harder than that.
He's gonna smile, and his wounds begin to seal as the little metal ball kind of pops out on the floor. Would you look at that? Looks like mine is too.
Ugh.
And bonus action lay on it.
Lovely. She is mouth open just a little bit, like she wants to say something else, but she closes it again and just looks between the two of you. Okay. My turn here. This dog runs up behind you.
This adventure is brought to you by Dungeon Mistress Chronicles, featuring Murray as Luther, Mads as Pyra, Aaliyah as Yvie, Doug as Yorin, and John as Lan. Samantha Fortune as the Dungeon Mistress and the voice of all others. Music provided by Soundstripe and Tabletop Audio. Discover more content at dungeonmistresschronicles.com.